Are we really entitled to whatever we want? Whatever we want? This is common sense. I'm about to play a clip for you that I feel is a good example of the media, the liberals, pushing the idea that everyone is entitled to everything. Okay, I want you to pay attention to this young girl. This is from the March for Our Lives rally in Washington, D.C. And she has her hair cut very, very short. She's wearing raggedy clothes. And if you notice, she has a Cuban flag patch on her sleeve. Let me play this and then I'll comment.
6 minutes and about 20 seconds. In a little over 6 minutes, 17 of our friends were taken from us, 15 were injured, and everyone, absolutely everyone, in the Douglas community was forever altered. Everyone who was there understands. Everyone who has been touched by the cold grip of gun violence understands. For us, long, tearful, chaotic hours in the scorching afternoon sun were spent not knowing. No one understood the extent of what had happened. No one could believe that there were bodies in that building waiting to be identified for over a day. No one knew that the people who were missing had stopped breathing long before any of us had even known that a code red had been called. No one could comprehend the devastating aftermath or how far this would reach or where this would go. For those who still can't comprehend because they refuse to, I'll tell you where it went. Right into the ground, 6 feet deep. 6 minutes and 20 seconds with an AR-15, and my friend Carmen would never complain to me about piano practice. Aaron Feist would never call Kira Miss Sunshine. Alex Schachter would never walk into school with his brother Ryan. Scott Beagle would never joke around with Cameron at camp. Helen Ramsey would never hang out after school with Max. Gina Montalto would never wave to her friend Liam at lunch. Joaquin Oliver would never play basketball with Sam or Dylan. Elena Petty would never. Kara Lugren would never. Chris Hickson would never. Luke Hoyer would never. Marquine Duque Aguiano would never. Peter Wang would never. Alyssa Al-Hadaf would never. Jamie Guttenberg would never. Meadow Pollock would never. It has been 6 minutes and 20 seconds. The shooter has ceased shooting and will soon abandon his rifle, blend in with the students as they escape, and walk free for an hour before arrest. Fight for your lives before it's someone else's job.
So, whoever it was that filmed that, or sponsor of somebody, it appears that they found a tough kid, a kid that appears tough, haircut very, very short, wearing a olive drab jacket with patches on it. And the patch on the right arm is a Cuban patch. Huh. Let's see. Maybe a DACA kid? Maybe. Don't know. But the thing is they looked for a kid that would put off the aura, the affect of entitlement. We are entitled. I, as an immigrant, legal or illegal, I am entitled. I'm entitled to whatever I want. Well, no, you're not. You are not entitled to live life as long as you want. Nobody is. Walking in the street, you could get hit by a bus or a car. You could get struck by lightning if you're outside in the rain. A tornado could rip your house right off the foundation. You could die from anything. But they had this girl go up there, and it had to be scripted. I don't know of a whole lot of kids that can put together sentences and use words that make too much sense to an adult, not to a kid. And the idea of entitlement. And of course, they had to mention it was an AR-15 rifle. So why didn't they just say his gun? He had a gun. He shot the kids, put his gun down, and left. No, they had to ensure that specifically the AR-15 was mentioned because it's a rifle that appears to be actually a military rifle. It actually looks, the AR-15 looks like the M16 that I was issued in the Marine Corps, okay? But it's not. It is nowhere near an M16. It fires basically the same round, but it does not have the automatic feature. And even then, the automatic feature was junk. You can't control it, so you don't really have a good aim. And they taught you in boot camp, one shot, one kill. You don't just go blazing away with it. Now, this whole thing, this whole march is about anti-NRA. And I really don't understand. Why are people so upset with the NRA? The NRA doesn't just say, here, have a rifle and go kill. As a matter of fact, the NRA is an instructional association. They instruct, they give safety courses on how to handle a gun, store a gun, clean a gun, fire a gun. And it's all about safety with the NRA. They're not out to kill people. No human being with any sense at all or any sympathy or empathy is out to kill anybody. And it's not the gun. It's the state of mind of the person. And no, we are not entitled. The liberal Democrats, they preach entitlement. And yet, the DACA people were abandoned by the Democrats in the omnibus bill that President Trump signed. Yes, they were. There's no question they were. The Democrats have abandoned you because they don't care. They want the power. They want the money. They want the kickbacks. They want to tell you what to do. They want to take away the guns. And you know, if there were teachers in that school that were armed, and that kid knew they were armed, I promise you that kid would not even have tried to go in that school. Period. Because he would have pulled that fire alarm, I think it was, and a teacher, if the people in the school were smart, they would have had a teacher stick their head out the doors and look first, and then let the kids go. And it's nothing about, oh, the teachers have to go first. They don't care about the kids. No, they do care about the kids. That's why they stuck their head out the hallway to see if there was some kid out there with a rifle or a pistol waiting to ambush the kids coming out. Makes sense. And if one of them teachers had a gun, stuck their head out the window, saw a kid standing there with a rifle, and popped a cap, ta-da, guess what? No death, except one. The one that was wanting to kill. Okay? That is common sense. It's safety. And President Trump and every human being with a normal mental capacity wants safety and security for the kids of the country. All right? And it's not the gun. ever. It never ever was the gun. It's the state of mind. And part of it is the media and the liberals, the Democrats, Hollywood, everybody pushing the idea of you are entitled to whatever you want. You're not. Actually, technically, practically, you are only entitled to one thing. And that one thing is to love your brother, to love mankind. That's all. Nobody has entitlement for anything else. All right, that's all I've got. Please pray for the leadership of this country, that they will follow God and that they will guide us to prosperity, safety, and security. And please pray for those who have lost loved ones. Honestly, I know what it's like. I'm William Ferguson, and this is Common Sense.